Hello, hello, I'm Cheryl here at the Made on Sunday studio, and we talk all about branding, design, and creative entrepreneurship here. So if you are dreaming up or building out your dream business right now, then be sure to subscribe to follow along. Now in today's video, I'm so excited. I am finally going to be testing out the new Canva Docs feature. So just like other online documents, interactive and collaborative documents like Google Docs, Canva has now come up with their own version of it. So in this video, I'm going to be playing around with all of the different features. Let's explore the new space together and see what we can create together. All right, let's get right into it. Welcome to my laptop. We are on my Canva account right now. And right at the very top is the new Canva Docs. So why don't we get started? All right, I'm going to open a new document right now. And first things first, you will see this little plus button right here. So let's look at all the different things that you can add to a document. So if you click on this, we have this new magic write option, which we are not going to be testing on this video today. I'm actually going to be creating another video on this, and we'll fully test out this magic write feature. But let's go to the next one. So we have design, which I'm sure probably just means like adding a Canva design in. We have heading 1, subheading, body. This will allow you to embed anything. So let's say you have a YouTube video, you can embed a YouTube video into this space. You can add tables, checklists, bulleted lists, number lists, all the, normal things, pie chart, bar chart, timer. I guess if you are presenting, then you can add a timer to this. And then you can add your logos in as well. So why don't we test the regular stuff? Obviously, if you have your brand kit set up, it will probably be set to your brand fonts. Let's test that out and make sure it is. This is an example heading. And then it defaults to my paragraph font if I just click on return, but I actually want to do a subheading. So I'm actually going to be, this is a subheading to follow. And it's actually huge. So I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. And unfortunately on Canva's brand kit, you still can't adjust letter spacing. So that is definitely something they should update, because it's really annoying for me to have to do that every single time. And then we have, let's add a paragraph now. All right, so I am going to add a body text, and I'm actually just going to go to the Lorem Ipsum site and just grab some filler text so we don't have to type out paragraphs. So I'm just gonna grab some of this and put it into here, and that is the wrong font. This should be body. That's interesting. That is actually not my body text, not my body font, sorry. So that's really odd. Okay, so I guess I have to do it myself, which I feel like is annoying. And then this looks really small. So I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. And there we go. So we can add a couple of body text there. And I'm just going to manually make these bigger just for the specific document. Now, one thing I have noticed is that, Canva Docs, as opposed to a regular Canva document, regular Canva board or graphic, I don't even know what you call the other ones now. In the other non-doc format, you can really put your text anywhere, right? You can highlight your text, grab and put it outside of the lines if you wanted to, stack it on top of each other if you wanted to. But the point of Canva Docs is basically it's a line document, right? So you can't have things on top of each other. You can't have things outside of the grid lines. You can't have it spilling out of the page. That's just not possible. So that could be a limitation that's probably why you are using Canva Docs. So if you want to make sure that everything is, in line, properly formatted, then Canva Docs is the way to go. But if you do want the flexibility to be able to move text around and have them layer on top of each other and stuff, then I would not recommend using Canva Docs. One other thing I noticed is you can't really do columns. I don't really see a columns function, but as a little hack, what you could do if you want to do columns, which is very annoying, but it is possible, is to go to tables here. And let's say you want like a 2-column text. So you want this to be like here and here side by side. You could use, with the column functionality. The only thing is you'll need to, highlight all of the boxes, and you're going to need to make the color like invisible, right? So there we go. We've removed the boxes, but this is more of like a hacky way to do this. I don't know why they wouldn't add column features in the docs, but anyways, I guess that is how it is. So that's a kind of hacky way to create columns in docs. If you wanted to do 3 columns, then you can just add a graph, a table that has 3 columns like this, and then do the same technique. But otherwise, I am going to delete this table. All right, so what if you wanted to add like a header, like design, right? So why don't we try out design here? And just for ease, I'm just gonna pick out one of these here on the side. Let's pick one that is most like my branding. Maybe I'm just gonna pick this one right here. And I'm gonna add in my own images. Let's say I wanna add this in here, and this looks good. So I'm gonna click on save. And that's really cool. So instead of going into a separate Canva document, you can actually create the designs right on the same page, and then it'll like pop up that kind of design space. And then once you're done, if you click on save, it'll just automatically put it into this document space, which is pretty cool. So you can do everything in one space. One thing I did notice is that when I am doing documents, I usually liked my images to go all the way to the edges. But in this case, that's not really possible because, again, it's kind of like stuck to this this format where the edges are, I guess, blank. All right, let's test out some of the other features. So if you wanted to embed, let's say a YouTube video here, let's head into YouTube and just grab one of my videos. I'm just gonna grab this link right here, and I'm going to paste it into this embed. And there we go. We can actually embed, videos into the space just like that and adjust the size of it if you want. The one thing I did notice is if you want to, move this video to, let's say, the left-hand side, that's not really possible. So it will center automatically. So you either have it like this, or you just like format it so it is spanning across the page like that, which I think looks best. One really annoying thing that I'm noticing right now is that I can't really scroll I can't scroll down the page. So if I want to see more blank page right now, that's not really possible. So that's kind of annoying. Like I really want to be able to see my blank page. Like, I don't know, I just find it kind of weird. So the space won't really show up until I start filling it like this. What happens if I delete it? Will it go back? Yeah, it goes back up. So I don't know if that's like, I don't know, that I find that really weird, but hopefully, they will maybe update that feature. I do find that kind of weird that you can't just like, scroll to the next page or scroll to the bottom of the page, even if it is blank. All right, what else can we add into this space? So you can add tables, checklists. You know, these are all like really, you know, self-explanatory things. So you can definitely add those checkboxes in, and you can also change them into like other options. Okay. Yeah, you can change them into bullet points or list or checkboxes. One thing I've heard is you can actually embed projects into this space. So why don't we try that? I'm going to go into one of my projects here, and I'm just going to copy the link and then copy link. And then let's see what happens when we paste this link into this space. All right, so that's really cool. So this automatically brings the project into this space, into an interactive section. So you can click on it and actually scroll through the different pages apparently, even though it's not doing that. Okay, there we go. It just needed a few seconds. So now you can scroll through the different pages right into the space. So that's really, really cool, actually. I really like that. Okay, now it's kind of like disappeared. I wonder if you can use arrow. No. Oh, okay, here. So there's these arrows back and forth, so you can go to, you know, whichever page you want to get to. So that is how it's a little bit glitchy because it's only showing it for the first few pages. Like this bar here doesn't always show, which is really odd. So maybe it's just taking some time to kind of read the document. But anyways, you can always click on the left or right of the graphic to kind of switch between the different pages. So that's a really cool feature. Okay, last thing that we are going to test out is apparently if you do a colon, all of your emojis show up. So that does make it very easy to add emojis to different spaces. So let's say you wanted to add emoji here. You can add it into the space like this. That's really quick. One thing I wanted to test out is that timer feature. So why don't we head into timer, and I mean, if I go like this, it will set the timer off. So I assume what this feature is good for is that you can then kind of present it. So let's see, how do I do that? Don't really see a presentation feature. You know what? I think what this is for is to be able to collaborate together. So let's say, or you know what it is? I guess if you're writing a script, then you can time your script and time yourself reading it out loud and see how long it takes to read that section, I guess. But I'm just going to remove the timer feature because I find that kind of odd. One last thing I wanted to explore is what it will do when we convert it into a presentation. All right, so why don't we get started and see how this looks? So this one looks really cool. Wow. Okay. What does it do when I click my brand? Oh. Okay. So I am just going to do this first one here. It looks kind of cute. I'm going to create my presentation. So what it can do is you can take your document and convert it right into a presentation format. So it's going to take all of the text and the images from your document and put it into slides. So that could be a really, really useful feature. So if let's say you are writing out, you know, a workbook for, you know, your coaching program or whatever it might be, you can then click on this, which turns it automatically into a presentation format. So that is a pretty cool feature. I do think this feature is pretty new right now. So perhaps it's not very like fully fleshed out just yet, because these slides obviously do need some help still. But that's, a really cool feature that I'm sure they're going to keep upgrading and building on to. So I guess that is Canva Docs, you guys. I hope that video was helpful. All right, and that is Canva Docs, you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of Canva Docs. Personally speaking, I'm not quite sure I'm going to be using it very often at this point. I am pretty used to using Google Docs, I must say very honestly. I have a whole process using Canva Docs and how I organize my documents with Google. So right now, I just don't really see a use case in switching my behavior to another, document choice. But do let me know in the comments below how you see yourself using Canva Docs yourself. I am so interested to hear how you use it creatively. Now, by the way, if you really enjoyed this Canva tutorial, you are going to love my Skillshare class, Canva Basics, Launch Your Creative Business. It is basically a self-paced class where I teach you all the ins and outs of using and designing on Canva. So by the end of the class, you can launch your business with beautifully branded graphics. So I'm going to link my free month trial to Skillshare down below in the comments. So you can take that class as well as thousands of other inspirational and creative classes to build out your business. So I guess I'll see you in class then. All right, see you there. Bye.